my gosh.
Okay, those are on. Okay, we're live.
We're live?
Yeah.
How are we starting this out, Mish?
What's the first topic?
I don't remember what the first one is. Oh, it's our final four picks. Giggle Gang.
Giggle Gang has
Lincoln
pulled up.
Whitehead. That is so tough. Hold on, you gotta show the live stream that.
Yeah, hop in.
Here, hold on.
Hop in.
Yeah, it's the pre-game show. Oh, it's on.
Is it the?
Oh, wait.
Hello.
Oh, I think the camera's on.
Why the camera not on?
Camera not working.
Camera
There it
on.
is. There it is.
So, do you have any questions for me?
What do you think the score of today's game is going to be? Giggle Gang.
Giggle Gang by 50. I'm getting 38 rebounds. Effie's dropping 18 assists. And Owen is going 90% for threes.
I thought you weren't pulling up today.
No, I just woke up, but we're back.
Did you know Bryce hasn't gone to bed yet?
Why?
That's what he just said in the group. He said I would, but I haven't gone to bed yet. That is the most
It's
important
11
thing I've
a.m.
done in my life.
All right.
I've gone to bed. It's 10:45 in the morning.
It's so tough. I think how I'm sitting is so much lower right now. The way I was sitting was so tough.
Okay, the first one's final four picks.
Okay.
Now we're good. I forgot to take the background off of it.
Okay.
Who wants to start?
You want me first?
Mish, it's your show.
Okay. Let me pull up the recent playoff post. Just kind of think about it. Yeah. So for Final Four, there's a lock I got, which I'm locking in the Ball Demons, honestly, with their strength, strength of schedule. They played all good teams so far this season, and when they get their full roster playoff time, I think they'll make it back to the Final Four, third consecutive year. I'd love to see the Fondlers do that too, but I mean, right now they're projected against each other, so first round that'd be quite fun. But another one I'm taking my own team, taking the squad, the Munches, Final Four run. It's just, we've been plotting on all year. We plotted a winning record, but now we're looking for bigger things. And out of the West, I got a lock with the Hammerheads. Hammerheads are an obvious lock for me from the West. I don't think there's anybody really better than them in that conference at all. I think Jarrett Stone will dominate. And the other team, when they're full strength, Final Four team, the Slytherin Snakes, the past week they've had their full team finally, and they've been dominating. So I got the Hammerheads, Snakes at the West, and Sausages and Munches at the East.
Fire.
I got the same team coming out of the West. When the Hammerheads are at full strength and actually just humming and buzzing, they have good ball movement. They all shoot well. Especially if Jared starts to shoot well, that team is really scary to play against. The Snakes at full strength is the only team that can compete with them out of the West. But in the East is really where things get interesting. I think the Randers are one of the best teams in the league alongside the Fondlers, but the Sausages just play unbelievable. So I think it's Fondlers, Sausages with a Randers, Fondlers rematch somewhere in those playoffs. So not a tough out for anybody.
Fire. Yeah, it's going to be a loaded on that left side of the bracket with the Eastern Conference. My two coming out of there, no one said them yet. I'm going to go with the Sausages. They're still undefeated. They've been rolling. They're another one of those teams that just keeps getting good wins against good teams. They shoot really well. They got a lot of talent on that team. I think they're going to make it out of the East. And then to take them on, I'm going to go with the Munchies. I think that you can't argue with a good three-man rotation in this league. You bring in playoff Delbert Brogdon off the bench. He's been a spark plug in the past for you guys. He's got to prove that it wasn't a fluke.
I mean, last week he played really great. That's one thing I want to talk about. Last week, fourth quarter, I was planning on subbing back in for him. Fourth quarter, I didn't want to let him sit out the whole second half, so I was like, come in for me. I'll come in halfway through. he proved to me he could stay in there, and I just stayed out and let him do his thing the whole fourth quarter. Yeah.
He's like that. And then, yeah, the improved Tyler Kurtz, Isaac as well, and then Dimitri locking it down, MVP candidate. I think the Munchies and Sausages will face off. And then out of the West on the other side, I'm going to go Hammerheads. I think that's a pretty safe bet. And then I'm going to have them facing off against another team y'all haven't mentioned. The Holy Hoopers have been balling. Evan Teeple, Caleb, all of them. I think that they're probably going to rematch the Snakes. I think they're going to come in hungry and pick up a win there, probably in one of the later rounds, and they'll make it to the Final Four and to the championship day.
Yeah.
All right, what's next? We'll talk about this. MVP. There's basically 3 candidates in my eyes for MVP right now. It's Jarrett, it's Brady Feliski, and it's Dimitri. So which one of those 3 do you think is the MVP currently?
Yeah, so sorry, Dimitri, but I'm thinking it's gonna be Brady Feliski's year finally to get that MVP. When you look at the stats, Jared Stone may have better rebounding, stuff like that, but Brady's a lot more efficient. Well, other than layups than Jarrett. Jarrett is all inside. Brady can actually score on the outside and defend well too. So I got Brady finally get the MVP this year.
I would love for Dimitri to get the MVP so we could drop off the MVP and make a bunch of memes about Connor Duke being a better MVP than Dimitri. But sadly, I don't believe that's actually going to happen. Because Dimitri's not getting an MVP, but we're still going to drop you off. But what's your record against us?
0-4.
It's going to repeat.
Damn.
But Brady Feliski, I watched drop 45 points in 3 quarters, then leave to go watch a Pacers game. I don't think anybody's taking that award away from him this year, especially because I believe he got robbed last year because he had way better efficiency than anybody else in the league. So I think Brady Feliski's winning the MVP this year.
It does. It feels like his year. Yeah, his shooting has been off the charts recently. He has put up. He's on the top 10 for 2s and 3s, which is kind of telling of how important he is to his team. And then you add in he's leading the league in scoring by like 5 a game. He's the only guy averaging more than 30 right now. So I think it's Brady's to lose currently.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about what's the best team under 500 right now. What's a team you think that can make some noise that
Let me check these
that
standings.
hasn't done it in the regular season, but they might do it come playoff time?
I mean, first off, I'd obviously say Buckle, but they haven't played as many games, so I want to go with the team that has played multiple games this year. That's still on my radar. And that team, that's a
tough. There's a lot of
Punjabi Pirates.
bad.
That's what it
That's a
is.
good answer.
Punjabi Pirates is my best team under 500. No, they're
500's
right
fine. I think they're 2-2. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
But
they're 2
500's
and 2.
fine because he said
But
Buckle.
They are actually a good squad, full roster. Also, Giggle Gang. Yeah, Giggle Gang.
Shout out Giggle Gang.
Giggle Gang by 50.
What game are we on right now?
Best team under 500.
Best team under 500?
Sleeper in the playoffs. Sleeper.
We should be. Yeah, I think
100.
On God, it says 100. What is this?
100.
Is it at or under 500?
At or over under.
At or under? Oh shit.
Disrespectful for the Rookie of the Year. I'm gonna get
I know. Hey, honestly, I'm gonna have to go with Motion Man.
Facts.
You don't have a
Austin
real
Kidjo.
roster. Never get a real roster. It's just Austin, bro.
It's just Austin, bro.
Austin Rookie of the Year, bro.
My goodness, bro. Mark
We're
Stippich.
talking about Angel Reese triple-double right now. But for my pick, I'm going to have to go with the Sour Creamies. When they got their full roster, I feel like they can actually be pretty good. Carson Travelstead's pretty consistent, pretty good. Drew Bergmont or Jake, whichever one they actually decide to dress and not actually tell people. I went the entire game thinking Drew was Jake because he had Jake on his shirt, even though I've known Drew for like 2 years now. And then Max Velikan has one of the nastiest lay packages in the league. Just had to shout it out because I know it's what he prides himself on. So that is a pretty decent team. If they can keep Alan Lee and Josh Thomas off the coach, yeah. And if Willie Steich plays, shit gets scary real quick. But that was also like 2022 DBL. Yeah, that's when I shot 0 for 16, which hasn't changed, but yeah, Sour Creamy's best team under 500.
All right, you stole my answer with Punjabi, so I'm gonna move to a team that we haven't seen their full strength roster yet, and that's the Cake Shakers. I was on this team early in the season. I think that if they draw a good matchup and they get their whole team here, which has happened once, and they beat Unks by like 20, I think that they'll be able to really make some noise come playoff time. Especially if they draw someone who can't handle Quran in the paint. I think they're fine. Owen, if he can get going, he'll be a good shooter. Will's good as well. They have a lot of talent on that roster. They just haven't put it all together.
Yeah, I was thinking like today against Tropics, if Quran shows up and they have a full roster, they have a chance today against the Tropics.
For sure.
Could be a good one.
Those are two teams who need a win.
Yeah.
All right, my next one is how much does Jacob increase the Snakes' ability to win and go far in the playoffs this season?
I mean, from what we've seen with Preston, with Grant Hawkins, it increases a lot. With the efficiency of Jacob, I think the way he plays with Isaac as well is great. Had about 8 assists last game with Preston and Isaac. That 3-player combo is pretty crazy. They move the ball extremely well. So I think he gets them to the Final Four. That's why I was putting him there.
Yeah.
I don't know who this person is. I haven't seen him play.
Fire.
I wasn't here last week, and I've only seen the Snakes play like one time, and they didn't have this guy, so I can't say anything.
I'm with you, Isaac. I think that he can be kind of a catalyst because when we saw the Snakes play, who was that? Hammerheads, week 2, I believe.
Yeah.
Their offensive weapons really couldn't get going.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that having another guy who can kind of attack the paint and shoot is going to really leave good lanes for Isaac Taylor and for Preston as well to kind of get going. So I think that he really expands their potential this season.
Yep.
My next one is, will the Sausages be the 3rd undefeated team? Will they make it all the way?
No.
No.
I think today is their day. They see their fate. Skills kills. I believe today is the day that there will be no more undefeated teams in DBL. It is a great matchup.
Yeah.
Every season, the champion has been undefeated. But I think, with the competition rise this year, it is different. And today, that comes to an end.
I don't believe they're going to be undefeated. I picked Skills Kills today because I actually think the hype matchup, and if Colin Kelly comes, he's got a trained turn-away jumper, fadeaway, that's just nasty. And
Yeah.
Brandon Fields and Joey really have just been torching everybody this year, so I think if Skills Kills shoots pretty well, if Skills Kills shoots and outboards them, I really think it's Skills Kills games today. So.
Yeah.
Average Buckle League game.
I'm with you that they won't go undefeated. I don't know if it happens today, but they've caught some lucky breaks.
Yeah,
They've got teams on bad weeks. They've got teams that just could not shoot. Things like that.
Oh yeah.
They don't want to see Giggle Gang at us.
5 cents on the money line.
But I do think that they'll
Not
probably
gonna pick
drop one. I think that they probably can go and run the playoffs. I picked them to make the Final Four, but
Yeah.
I think they'll lose one of these next 2. I don't know if it's today,
I'm
though.
not saying they're gonna lose it. They're not gonna win it all, but
Yeah.
I just don't think they'll be undefeated.
Not going to be undefeated. All right. I think that's the last one of those I have. Yeah, it is. Okay, we can
Pick
get into
time.
game picks. This is the fun stuff. Starting with our opener here, one team's already here, one team is late. Giggle Gang and Buckle. 3 of us, me, Isaac, and the fans are all on Buckle this week. Brennan, what do you say?
No, I got the money line.
I've got Buckle to lead, don't let him hear it, but you think if Buckle doesn't show up, it's the winner's mindset and readiness mentality that's going to win Giggle Gang the game by technicality. So it'll be, I guess, their 2nd win. So
Facts.
You're not all the same skin color.
The hell?
You're not all the same skin color, though. Anthony, yeah. Kick Anthony off the team.
Jesus. Yeah, I think that they don't have an answer for Brady Flory in this one. That's kind of
he's about to dunk
simple.
the ball like 20
matchups here.
times this game.
He may get 20, 20, and 5 this game. All right, jumping back up to the top here. We got the game after that. The Creamies and the Randers. 3 of us are on the Randers, even though they kind of got a skeleton crew today. Cameron, Logan, and me, and maybe T. Isaac, you're with me on this, and so are the fans. Brennan, are you on the Creamies, or are you sticking with us?
I have the Randers. I feel like if Logan, hold on, you said it was you, Logan.
Me, Logan, Cam, and
Yeah.
me. Is T coming?
I think
Fire.
Please, T, show up. I want to see you. I need
Yeah.
to see you, T.
I don't think
Come see me.
Logan Diggy at the moment.
No.
He's kind of like that.
Yeah, I think, though, that this game will be closer than people think it will with
Definitely.
the addition of Will Stike. Yes, he
Yeah,
is.
he is.
Yes, he is today.
Switch.
He is playing today. I think Rangers win this one, but I think it'll be closer than people think, and it might be a really good game.
If we're
You
get,
know the other Creamies rosters besides Will.
I'm probably Allen.
It's
And,
Allen, Will, and somebody else.
and
Maybe
probably a
Carson.
third
I don't
guy,
know.
like probably Max or Carson. I
Yeah.
don't know.
If it's Max, I think Rangers got it anyway, though.
We'll find
But
out.
It'll be close.
We'll see.
Two competent players, you guys are.
We'll see. Yeah. All right. That moves us into the 1 o'clock slot, which is Wham and the Hammerheads. We are all on the Hammerheads here, although I think this one will be another good one. Wham, they've shown a lot of strength. They've shown a lot of athleticism. But the problem is the Hammerheads have that in spades with Connor and with Jarrett.
Yeah, I mean, I just think after last week's loss to us, the Hammerheads aren't losing this game today. Jarrett was quite.
Dylan Jones and a second-round pick.
Did you know Asian dude Dennis just got an extension?
Why? I mean, he was stepping.
Okay,
Anyways, what is going on, bro?
so I believe this game really comes down to whoever Wham brings out as their sub. Apparently, Isaac said that their subs have been ass in the past, and I don't think you can have an ass sub against the Hammerheads. I think
Could
you
be
have to have
OB.
three really good players to even limit the Hammerhead scoring. And just match up alone with them because they're three quick dudes that are just gonna wear you down in the paint, and then if Jared's dishing it outside and they're shooting well, nobody's beating them. So I've got the Hammerheads today just because of that questionability of their the sub, but it could be a lot closer than anybody thinks.
I'm with you there. I think it'll be a close one. This should be good. Another one, we're all three on the Ticklers against the Unks. I think the Ticklers have shown a lot of strength, even with limited rosters. They've had like 2 guys every week since like week 2. But if they come with any semblance of their full team, I think that they're going to win this one by maybe 20. Unks is decent, but they watching back their games, y'all got to stop shooting. You guys shoot like 53s a game and you make 8 of them. That's not
Yeah.
a good strategy.
This one's gonna be a good old country hand spanking today.
Yeah.
This is why I'm going to Seth's grad party during this game.
Unks Eek did produce a pro hooper somewhere in Ohio, I believe.
Yeah. Julian Embry is
So
now pro.
apparently he's not on the
Yeah.
team.
Yeah, he's done.
So
His
I'm
last
taking
game.
the Ticklers because they lost their offensive weapon. Unless Bryce Garland goes into the corner and just hits 45 shots, I
No,
don't see them beating
Not on
the
this Ticklers defense.
No, Ticklers defense very tenacious. Very tenacious tickling defense.
Is it defense or is it just flagrant?
All right. What's next? Oh yeah, the game of the year contender: Giggle Gang and Blue Devils. Blue Devils seeking their first victory of the season in this one against Giggle Gang. Do they get it done? I'm on them. You, Isaac, you are not.
No, I've been thinking, could Blue Devils finally get their win? Can we have everybody? Will we have nobody with 0 wins this year? Nah, forget all that. Giggle Gang money line today. Give me Giggle Gang over the Blue Devils.
Hey. Fire.
Okay, every week and even before in the first preseason show, I said every week we are hammering Giggle Gang money line. This is the first week that they're actually in the minus and they are favored to win.
They're favored.
So best believe we're hammering Giggle Gang money line.
Would they not be favored against Slime Time like 2 weeks ago? No. Okay, fire. Slime Time is like that.
21? Because you guys
You
have
guys
one
lost
win.
to Slime Time.
Because you're like 1-10 over Cake
Yeah, but you
Shakers.
lost to them by like 30. Best of 7.
We actually lost people in single digits, so it actually doesn't count.
We lost way by 10. Almost
You guys did lose to Wham by 10. No, he better be asleep.
Hey, Bryce, get a job.
Every week we have that happen.
All right. We got really a good middle of the day though, because next up is Motion Men and Slime Time. That's one you got to tune into. It's probably Austin and no one else again against Slime Time.
Austin, Nas, and his little
Nas
brother.
And his brother. All right, fire. In that case, Motion Man definitely wins this. Austin's low key like that.
Austin himself is being the Slime Time team. He's
Yeah.
like that, bro. He's actually shifty. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Austin legacy game. Motion Men by 15.
I think that's valid.
Austin Rookie of the Year campaign today.
Slime Time's another team. Stop shooting, please.
Yes,
You
please.
don't need to shoot so many.
Alex
threes.
had 40 points on 45 shots.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. There's no reason to shoot that much. All right, that is okay. Here we go.
Did you see the edit?
The next one is Snakes and Buckle.
You see the Slime Time edit?
I did. Yeah, he's averaging 40 shots. Snakes and Buckle here. We're all on the Snakes again. We're sweeping a lot of these.
Oh, was it sprinkled?
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, I'm taking the Snakes in this one today. Just stronger team. I feel like they got a lot more resilience than Buckle does later in games. So, two good talented teams, though. It'll be a good game.
Are D and Brady Flory pulling up?
Probably just Brady.
He is no longer playing. It's Brady Flory, Tristan Patrick, and Jeremy Austin.
Yeah.
No, it's Slytherin then because Brady Flory's a monster, but the Snake's ball movement's just gonna slowly grind him down and kill him. So I wouldn't be surprised if Buckle Elite jumps out to a first half lead, but
Yeah.
I think Slytherin brings it back in a closer game. So.
I think that's fair.
Talk about this one.
Yeah, we've mentioned this one. Me and the fans are sticking with the undefeated. You guys are both on skills kills here. I think this might be game of the day.
Yeah.
Sneaky. It should be a good one. I just think that the Sausages are too deep of a team, and even if they only have 3, that's enough to get a win, depending on what the other team's bringing.
Yeah, I just think I was thinking based off the last time these teams played, Skills Kills completely controlled that game. Until the last minute, they just completely sold it to the Sausages. They were up by about 10 with a minute to go. I think they'll control it again, and they may have a new addition today. So I think, Skills Kills, takes down the undefeated today.
Yeah, they'll be here eventually.
I got skills kills. I'm going with Isaac here. I don't know if the Sausages have the size to deal with them,
Fire.
so
No, he is not.
I'm just gonna say that. No. Skills kills wins this game in a close game, but it could go either way.
Yeah.
All right. This game, Munches Wham. I bet you like what you see there, Isaac. A lot of Munches love.
I do love to see that.
Yeah.
Surprised the fans picked it too,
Yeah.
based off full rosters. I think it's just shown throughout the season. Before the season, everybody thought Wham was like a powerhouse, which they still are a great team. But today, I might have a sub. So, I think today we're just going to dominate this. And also, the reason we are winning this game is because of the return of the Dragon Warrior, Sam Fuller.
He's
is back from hooping overseas in Milan. So, yeah, he's about to go crazy today.
He was training.
Wham doesn't even know who this guy is. They about to get a wake-up call.
If you aren't familiar with Sam Fuller, he's the only person that can actually sink in the Dead Sea, the Black Sea, wherever it is that's filled with
The
salt.
one that everyone floats in.
Yeah,
Fire.
yeah, he's the only guy I've ever seen sink there. But I think this really comes down to how Dimitri Crudup plays, and if he can outboard DeAndre Millian and Jonathan. Or wait, no, Jonathan's not coming, is he? No, he's playing.
It's probably
So Wham's got some athletic and lengthy guys. I think Dimitri, if he can really house boards, and if Isaac gets humming with the jumper, then I think Munches have no problem controlling this game. But if they don't get that, then I think it's Wham. So I'm gonna take a Munch with this, banking on a good shooting day from Isaac Kurtz.
Yes, sir. I agree. All right. Second to last game, we got the Cake Shakers and the Tropics here. I'm still bold. I've been on the Cake Shakers all season. I don't know why, but I'm still on them for this game. You and the fans both love the Tropics. Tropics fan favorites as always.
Yeah, Cake Shakers full roster is pretty solid, but I got Tropics today. If they have talent today, I think they'll dominate this team, especially Blaine too. I don't think the Tropics have had their full roster yet this season.
They haven't.
But Talon, Blaine, they have those guys together. A pretty good team.
My rookie of the year is Phineas Heffernan. Phineas Heffernan is going to come out and truly just play his ass off today, even if he's not on the real roster and not
Just
playing.
like he did against us.
Spiritually, I think Phineas is going to take this game for the Tropics.
He is on the roster.
Okay, cool. I love Kale. Phineas.
Kale's the
Phineas,
goat.
please ball out.
Kale Phineas.
You can make an edit out of this.
He's averaging 40.
What's the last game? Oh, yeah, this game. Prime time. Everyone's on the finals against WBO Flight. Who's Flight bringing today? Is it
I'm
Baylor,
pretty sure
Hamilton.
it's Baylor, Hamilton, Vincent Good, Jake Dunn, and possibly
Griffin
Griffin
Simpson.
Simpson as an addition. So this game, I was really back and forth while thinking about it. I thought about Flight versus Randers the past 2 weeks. Last week, Randers fried the Farmers. Was pretty rough, and the Randers had a really close one with Flight when Flight had a woman who scored 2 points on the team. So I kind of thought, Flight would win this maybe easily, but I think the resilience of the Farmers, the heart of Caden Steckel and Teddy Carden is playing today with Jordan Tate. So I think a lot of force in the paint today for the Fondlers, and they'll get that dub.
All right, bet. I've got the black and gray on here. I'm all on the Fondlers today. Oh, shit. I think that they got to get this one done, got to get back on the right track and get up to 4-1. Because 3-2 in the Western Conference is not a good place to be. But 4-1 is very nice. There's a fine line between those two. So I think that if you guys can pick up this win, you're in pretty good seating.
This is the first time we've had a full roster. Rest in peace, Brad Merrill. He's not dead. He's just out in Arizona, which is basically the same thing. But this is the first time we've had our full roster. We got size shooting. Caden finally found his jump shot at the end of last game. So I think last year, once Caden was shooting, we didn't have Connor Duke, and we still lost by I don't know, what was it? Maybe 5 points. It was a real close game.
This game, yeah.
And then this year we got a presence in the paint again in Jordan Tate, who's more skilled than Josh Thurman was. So, yeah, I like our chances today. I'm very confident going into this game. We'll see how it goes.
Thanks. All right. I think that's everything. Yeah.
All right.
Good luck to everybody playing
Yep.
today. Have a good
And
week.
good luck, Giggle Gang. Giggle Gang,
Giggle
money
Gang.
line. Hey, they're going to win this game anyways because Buckle ain't showing up. They scared.
They
They
are
scared. Yeah, they scared.